Today in the kitchen, one of the greats, Scotty Pickett, is joining me, and we're going to be cooking the simplest of things, but so many people get it wrong.
They do.
Roast potatoes.
Roast potatoes. My signature roast potatoes in duck fat with herb salt.
No one makes roast potatoes like you do, so I'm so intrigued to see how you do them.
Okay, a couple of things. It's all about the potato, really.
Okay.
It's all about getting the right potato. So here we have the sabagos.
Okay.
Floury potato is what you want.
Right, so floury, so not waxy, or else we're not going to get that crispy outside and fluffy inside?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You know the big dirty ones in the supermarket that you see, the brush ones that you got to wash?
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, those ones. White, floury, that way they dry really well, and then when you do roast them, they really crisp up.
Fabulous. So we've cut
Peeled,
them in four?
Yep, into equal sizes, sort of roughly, and that way they cook evenly.
Okay.
Yeah, cold water. Right, I always start my potatoes for roasting in cold water.
Yep.
Yeah, that way they just cook a little bit more evenly.
Sure.
And I'll bring this to a simmer, and it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook.
Okay.
Yeah, but check them, because every potato's different, you know, everyone's little gas burners are different.
Yep.
So, until they're just soft and tender, but not overcooked.
Okay.
Now, do you want to crush some garlic for me?
Yes.
Now, one of the secrets with this recipe is I put some aromats into the water when I'm cooking it.
Aha, so I've never seen this being done.
Okay, so a few peppercorns, maybe 10 or 12 peppercorns.
Well, potatoes are kind of like sponges, so they're going to take all these flavours on.
They just soak it up. It's like a bouquet garni in effect, really.
Fabulous idea.
Some fresh thyme. 3 or 4 cloves of your garlic in there, Juzzy, too.
Skin and all?
Yeah, skin and all, go in.
Flavouring it, yep.
Right. A sprig of rosemary. Yeah, go hard. 3 or 4 bay leaves. Good pinch of salt.
Right.
And I'll put the lid on. I'll bring that to a simmer, as I said. Leave 15 to 20 minutes. I'll check it with a fork. And then we're going to drain them and then get them ready for roasting.
Fabulous. So that's stage one.
Right, let's check the potatoes, Juzzy.
Okay.
So we'll just scoot one out a little bit and check. Oh, look at that. Just falling apart,
Yep.
but not broken. And now we're going to drain these onto the tray.
And are we allowing them just to steam?
Steam
first?
to cool.
Yep.
And in the fridge, but it's best if you leave them overnight.
Yep.
Right, they get a little crust, and then when you roast them, they just get so much crispier.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to follow those instructions, then we can go on to the next bit.
Now the potatoes are lovely and dry.
Yep.
Some that we prepared earlier overnight, obviously. Look, you can see the crack, you can see the dried out. They got a little crust on them. Now we've got our roasting tray here. This has been in the oven about 10 minutes, getting super hot.
Yeah. And you've also put the flame on too, so it just continually is quite hot.
Yeah, it just keeps the heat in. But you need to work quickly now because it's going to start to burn otherwise if you're not careful, especially when you put your duck fat and your olive oil in. So I'm going to go nice big spoon of duck fat.
Yep.
And then you grab some potatoes.
Yep.
Right, you can hear that sizzling already.
Sounds good.
Straight in, Juzzy. Yep, that's it.
Duck fat potatoes.
Oh, yum. Fat is flavour.
It sure is.
Now, 50 mils, 300 mils of olive oil, whatever you like in here now.
I'm sure there's a lot of people at home saying, why do I need to get my tray hot first before I start baking them in the oven?
Well, then you get a nice crust straight away. It starts to seal the potato, as if you're cooking beef, really.
Exactly. So we're going to coat this in all of that lovely duck fat and extra virgin olive oil. And Scotty, the oven has been preheating 210 degrees, nice and hot.
210, smoking hot. Yeah, just like you, Justine.
Oh,
right?
that made me blush.
And now then we turn the potatoes a little bit in there. Good sprinkle of salt.
Yep.
And then we'll add the rest of the herbs after about 15 to 20 minutes.
Nice one. Scotty.
Juzzy, they look crispy.
They look so good. All right, what's next?
Now we're going to finish these with the herb salt. So we've got the dried oregano, the dried basil, and the dried thyme.
I never used dried basil.
Well, this is a good one because if you make a herb salt out of dried herbs, then it keeps in the pantry for a week or like a month. It doesn't really matter too much.
Nice one. I love the combination of both herbs, fresh herbs in the water to infuse and then dried herbs to finish off.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Now, some salt in there, a couple of big pinches.
Pinches.
Now let's season in the pan a little bit.
From a height?
Yeah, from a height. Look at that.
Wow.
Yum. Now, the reason that I don't put the herbs in when we're baking in the oven is otherwise they burn.
Exactly. Yeah, so leave it to the last minute.
Beautiful. This is great with roast lamb, you know, a nice big T-bone or something.
You'll have to come back and cook me a T-bone.
T-bone? Sure.
The T-bone.
Now, this recipe is in my new book, Juzzy.
Yes, Marriage of Flavours.
Yep.
It's such an awesome book. The simplest things like roast potatoes to a T-bone. Like,
Oh, yummy.
all right, enough talk.
Look pretty good.
I'm going to break that one.
Okay, you take that one.
Hot. Oh, crunchy. Crunchy.
And so fluffy in the middle, you see.
Fluffy in the middle. That is music to my ears.
And hot.
And hot. The best roast potatoes you'll ever eat. Scotty Pickett, you're a legend.
No, thanks, Juzzy.